Okay, it's 6 o'clock. I'm
hold
gonna
on.
call.
Wait, one.
Hold on. I'm almost ready. This one takes a little bit to start.
Need to get the recording moving.
Yeah, I see her.
All set.
Okay, it's still 6 o'clock, and I'm gonna call this meeting of the South Thompson Select Board of February 11th, 2025 to order. And I'm zooming, and I take it Sue is zooming.
Yes.
So Jeff, if you wouldn't mind, would you chair this meeting, because it's difficult to do it on Zoom because I can't see the audience and so on.
No problem.
Okay.
So if you could rise, join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Approve the minutes from on our last meeting, January 28th. Do I hear a motion?
I have a motion to table them. I haven't had a chance to read them. So I move we table.
I'll second that.
All those in favor, John,
John, I.
Sue,
Sue, I.
Jeff, I. Tabled. And Terry just came in, John, for your info.
Okay.
Adjustments to the agenda. We have,
I have a new hire, Kevin Paulson, for the fire department. And then I have another new hire, Bucky Kaiser for the ambulance as a driver. And then we also, or David also wants to, I don't know, not rehire, but ask that he comes back on, Kevin Curry for the ambulance.
we've gone through this process with Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, any other adjustments?
That's all I have.
I'd like to, since Terry's there, I'd like to have for the public's benefit, I'd like to have a very brief update on the Maine Coast Seafood stipulated agreement.
Okay.
It can be 30 words, Terry.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and, are there any other additions? And I would go ahead and move the appointments to the front of the agenda. David.
I'll do Kevin Paulson first. So Kevin put an application in, join the fire department. He wants to go right through it, be an interior firefighter. He lives in the town of South Thompson. His dad is actually one of the chiefs on St. George that we worked with for years. So it's kind of been in his background because his grandparents were firefighters and his dad has been for years and years. And now it's a good time for him to join and he wants to help us out. So this is Kevin. You can tell you a little bit about himself, whatever.
Hello, Kevin.
I'm Kevin. Been thinking about it for years. Didn't really smart enough and time enough to do it years ago. So yes, now is a good time to do it. So
Okay, and have you done any firefighting before or
I
just
haven't know.
other than being around folks to do
Yeah, they really be around it. Yeah.
it? Okay. Anybody have any questions? John, Sue?
No.
No, I don't. Did I hear Kevin lives in town? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
So do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion. We hire Kevin as accept the chief's recommendation to hire Kevin Folsom as a firefighter.
I'll second that.
Okay, further discussion? All those in favor, John,
Aye.
Sue,
Aye.
Jeff, I. Welcome aboard. Congratulations.
The next one is Bucky Kaiser, also lives in South Thomaston. He wants to join as a driver as of now, and then take the EMT course, become a basic EMT. I'll let him fill you in on the rest of his life story, but.
Go ahead, Bucky.
I have an associate's degree in biology, a bachelor's in biochemistry. I'm planning on going to medical school. I just graduated. I'm in a gap year. I have to retake the MCAT, so I was planning on driving part-time until I take my MCAT in April, and then working full-time as either a driver or EMT. Let me get my.
Are you already enrolled in the?
I'm not already enrolled, but there's a class coming up. I don't know the exact start date, but yeah. I've been in contact with, I think it's Amy.
Yeah.
I think she told me where to sign up, but I haven't done it yet.
Okay. Any other questions? John? Sue?
No.
Do I hear a motion?
I didn't catch the name, sorry.
Bucky Kaiser.
Bucky or Beck?
Bucky.
Bucky.
Okay, that's his formal name or?
Robert Kaiser is.
Okay,
Robert's
okay.
his formal name.
Okay. All right, then I'll make a motion that we accept the ambulance director's recommendation and hire Robert Bucky Kaiser as a driver for the ambulance service.
I'll second that.
Okay, further discussion. All those in favor, John,
John, aye?
Sue,
Sue, aye.
Jeff, I. Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Is there anything else, Jeff, that you have for the fire department? I didn't look at the agenda, but if not, I won't talk to these guys.
We are gonna discuss the loan
Okay.
for the fire truck. But was there something else you had?
No, I just didn't know if I need to stick around or, that's all.
I think, Terry, you're gonna stick around anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, we can go ahead and do, if there isn't any objection, discuss the fire department loan or the fire truck. Take that out of order. So what came in today that changes our numbers or might not change our numbers is the bill for advertising to sell the truck. So the question is, can the fire department budget absorb $37.50 for advertising? That way we can just keep these numbers all the same, or do we need to take it from the assets planned for the new fire trucks?
I don't know if we could do that out of the budget.
Yeah, you weren't planning to do it.
No. No, we were planning on, when we advertised that, we were planning on taking it out of the amount that we got for the truck.
And have we heard anything on the truck's delivery yet? Anything?
No. I've been asking, I see our salesman all the time, because he works for Auckland too.
Yeah.
And I've been asking for an update and he doesn't have one right yet, so.
So we do have time to run some new numbers. We're gonna have to change dates on it. Go ahead, John.
I'd like to speak to this too. I didn't have the new numbers, but that's not going to be a significant impact. But I've been playing around and looking at our reserves, and I think we can fund this. We can borrow from ourselves to fund this. I will. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think we can also, I'll play with some numbers and update them and send them up to you. I was hoping to get them up yesterday. I didn't, but my thought was that we could take, and these are pre the $3,000 adjustment. we could take 48,000 from the reval reserve and pay that back in year one. Take 120,000 from the ambulance reserve, which we shouldn't need for a while, hopefully. And so that would be paid out in the later years, and borrow 130,000 from the town landing reserve. And I think that will work, and that's a win, as we all know, that's a win-win for us because instead of going to the bank, come to us. Now it's only the difference between what we would have earned and
Set it
what
up.
we pay back, but it's still, if you saw it on the ground, you'd pick it up.
Right.
So I would like to send you guys, I'll adjust the numbers now that for the 3,000 and send you guys up a proposal for 4 years and 5 years, if
Okay.
that's agreeable to folks.
Yeah. That's a
Sounds
great
like
idea.
sounds like we still have a little time here too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
so you'll add 3750?
Well, whatever the number is in Hannah's email. Yeah. Is it 3750 even?
Yes,
3700.5 or 37?
No. 3,750, right?
Okay.
It's $3,750.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't 33700.5.
Yeah.
And then I have to do them again.
Good. I think that's a great idea, John.
Yeah, I want to check with Phil what we're earning now, and I'll bump that up against what the quotes were from the two banks, and I suspect it'll be, a couple of points interest, 2.5 or something. So anyways, we might as well pay it to ourselves.
Yep, good.
That's all I have on that.
So Sue, you got anything on that
No, that sounds good to me.
before we release the hounds? Yeah, you got, I think that's all we got for you unless you got anything. for
Yep,
us.
no, okay, I just wanted to be.
Could I ask a question of the chief while he's here?
Yep,
Chief, is the building progressing, the shed?
It is, I should know tomorrow when I get an update on our arrival. Today Wilson was out there and started the gravel pad that it's gonna set on. So we've pretty much got the gravel pad ready for the shed. And then next week, after these storms that we have coming, he's gonna come back and clean everything up and dress it up and level stuff up, but. So they did start work today, it's looking good, looking real nice. Hopefully within the next couple weeks, the shed will be here. So,
Okay, so your plan is you're gonna have it before the new truck comes.
oh yeah, we'll have it wait, yeah.
Yeah,
Unless
so,
for some reason that truck shows up.
well, I know, but you were worried about the room there with the new truck, if I recall, and fitting by the
Yes.
boat, and yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll have it way before the new truck. Yep.
Okay, great,
Yep.
okay, thank you.
Yep, thanks.
thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Update on solar rebate? Have you heard anything more?
no,
Update
Sorry.
on.
So
Update on
are we trying to follow up with that still, or?
yep, yeah,
Okay, I mean, I don't want, I guess I don't want to passively sit here and wait for the IRS to come to us, so.
I agree.
yeah, no,
Have you called them, Hannah?
yes.
And what did you find out?
I haven't had a reply. I'm trying to get in touch with the people that are actually involved with this kind of thing. But it's a little tricky. I keep going from person to person, so.
Well, I'll repeat what I said last time. I wouldn't hesitate going to Collins' office or King's office or Pingree's office and seeing if they can at least grease the skids a little here. particularly Collins.
Yeah.
I mean, she's in a very powerful position right now, so. And I only say that, Hannah, if you feel you're getting stonewalled. I'm not, I mean, if you feel you're making progress, I don't want to get somebody, in trouble, so to speak. But if you feel you're getting stonewalled and not making any progress at all, sometimes you gotta squeeze the screws.
What point are we at with that, Hannah? Like, what have you done on it?
I sent everything in, it's just the point of getting a call back or anything at this point.
What did you send in? I guess that's what I don't understand.
I sent in the, forget now, I think it was the IRS form, which was the, don't remember the exact number, I think it was 3088 or something like that. And then I also went into the IRS system and made an account and requested the solar, not solar rebate, it's not what it's called, but electric something. But I sent everything in through that.
Okay. You didn't need the number from the IRS before you could do that?
Correct, when I did the ID me, it sent in, I was able to request it, but I was also able to attach a document at the same time.
Okay,
But I still need that number to get into if anything was able to come out of it. But it let me attach a document at the same time.
Well, I guess not to beat a dead horse, but I guess we just gotta keep pushing, given who we're dealing with here.
yep.
Okay, lien foreclosure. We've got another one that paid.
Yes,
Now, am I correct in assuming they just paid, based on the quitclaim deed that you sent, the draft, they just paid the, what was it, 20?
22.
the 22 taxes,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, 22.
Yeah.
So they realize that they're gonna be right back in this boat again come December? Okay. And is there enough, was it cash?
Yes, yeah.
And there's enough on hand to cover the liens and the recording fees and?
Yeah.
And what would have been the taxes? Okay. All right, well, if that's the case, I'll make a motion that we execute, excuse me a minute, I gotta find it. A municipal quit claim deed to Connie Ward, and that is the correct legal owner.
Yes.
That's exactly who we taxed it to, correctly? Correct?
Yes.
Okay. For 118 Waterman's, a beach road depicted as map 10, lot 30 on the town of South Thompson's tax maps, for payment of what would have been the 2022 taxes and associated costs.
Sue, you want a second?
Yeah, I'll second it. I do have a question though.
Shoot. Go ahead.
Is the 838.71 the tax or the tax plus the costs?
That's all together.
Tax plus costs?
Yeah.
Okay,
So that doesn't include recording this lien though.
No, not recording the lien, but
I mean, excuse me, this deed. That doesn't include recording this deed.
No, just the mailings that we've sent out.
Okay. Is there enough to cover recording this deed?
Yeah, she gave me extra.
Okay, because I think they should pay for that. Personally,
I agree.
Okay, moved and seconded. Yeah, and I think in the future we need to get more of these, which I hope we do, that we do include the cost of filing the quick claim deed as well in what their obligated cost is. Any further discussion? John,
John, I.
Sue,
Do I?
Jeff, I.
Well, if I could just add, that's a known number. We know how much
Yep.
it costs to, yeah.
Proposed changes to the demo debris facility operating manual.
Okay, here we go again. Hopefully it came through this time in red line underscore.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so this is, everybody should have Rev 3. I'm hoping to adopt it tonight, if we can. I don't know if you know or not, but Terry's been working with DEP and they told us that we could go ahead and create a compost area out there.
Good.
As long as it was below 10 cubic yards. And they said, I guess from what I understand, they said, go ahead and start it. And then if it's more than that, you'll have to apply for a license, but no one knows until you start doing it. So I added that in there. In the first page, because I figured, what the heck? We're this deep into it. Let's add that. Second page, I added a line regarding composting too. Now I want to make it very clear, this is not food composting.
Okay.
We're simply talking about grass, leaves, potted plants, those types of things that it's crazy to be landfilling. And then I changed it in talking with Phil. I changed the name, hopefully everywhere, from contractor permit to bulk permit, kind of based on Irv's comment when he said, well, can I buy one? And Phil and I got chatting about that, and we felt, why get into an argument about who's a contractor and who isn't, and
Right.
try to define that? If someone wants to buy a bulk permit, let them buy it. So I hope you guys agree with that logic, but
Yeah.
you know, uh, so that's there. I changed the effective date to April 1st for the debris as defined in here, and April 1st, 2026 for the brush, as we discussed last time. I cleaned up a little bit of stuff in there and made the yard waste zero charge. Made the changes in several places to bulk permit versus contractor permit. There was a few typos in there, and I firmed up those question marks now that we hopefully are getting close. I changed it. And Jeff, I didn't have the minutes in front of me and I didn't write it down, but you did want that we did talk about 4,000 at the last meeting. Is that correct?
I think we mentioned 5, but I can live with 4.
Yeah, I can
To
too.
try it out. It's
All right. And I didn't have the minutes when I was working on this, and then I didn't write it down. And so I made that change wrongly. I can change it.
I'm good. I'm good with it. I think.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty much a guess right now. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll just have to reevaluate it over the
Yeah.
first year.
Yeah. And then I talked about some proration and stuff to initiate this and so on and so forth. And I think that shouldn't be an issue. I updated again the composting versus brush because before I had 2 categories of waste, debris and brush, and then defined those. and brush included grass and clippings and stuff. So now I have 3 categories that includes the debris, brush, and then the third category of that compostable waste. So I did updated that. And I think we're good to go. I'm a little, I'll be honest with you, I'd almost like to push this out to May 1st. Because I think we got a lot going on and I'm not there. And Phil and I were talking about, they need to train Dana and get the word out, and that may take time and to do it right. And I think and again, I just think that I think to introduce this right and try to do it right is worth the month. So I don't know if anybody would object to that. I recommend it, but April 1st is going to be here before we know it. And I'm not going to be back until after April. And I'd like to work on, some signage and some flyers, and it's hard to do it. Pardon?
I'm okay with May 1st.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am too.
So I change them both to May 1st.
Yep. The only question I got is, when we do the first stickers, are they gonna be May 1st to April 30th? Or are we gonna at some time revert back to December? Or are we just
I
gonna
just
keep
I just assume we would do the stickers, keep them on the
calendar year?
calendar year. I mean, people have been getting, if you had a sticker, you've been getting free, so to speak. And I don't necessarily think we have to delay the stickers. Well, other than we need to delay them because we wanted, yes, we do, because we wanted,
Right.
we need to delay them as long enough to have a package that goes with the stickers when we sell them. Because Hannah thinks, and I think she's right, that the best way to get this information out to the users is to have it available as we sell them a sticker.
Yep.
But
So the first stickers then will be good from 1 May to the end of December 26, right?
well, no, they'll be good from theoretically retroactively to January 1st to December 30th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think the stickers we can get the stickers out as soon as we're ready to disperse them, which should be well before May 1st.
Right.
I'm hoping early April. And then when people complain about it, we can simply say, well, you got the dump for free from January. You didn't even need it. So that's the thinking. But I do think Hannah is right. Hannah and I think Terry and Phil agreed with it too when we talked about it, that the absolute best way to get this information to the users in a summary form is to distribute it with the stickers.
Yep. So we ordered stickers now?
Yeah, we already have them ready.
Oh, we already have.
Yeah.
So they already have an expiration date on them? Or do we just tell them what the expiration date is?
I believe we tell them. I believe
Okay.
it.
They don't have a date printed on them?
I think they have a year printed on them.
Yeah.
If I recall, mine
I
says,
don't think it's the end.
So it'd be like 25, 26 or something.
yeah,
Okay.
something like that. If I recall my pickup truck.
So they were a 1-year sticker.
No,
Or
they were
two.
2 years.
2 year.
Okay.
All right, so I would entertain a motion to enact the revision 3 of the operations manual.
With the effective date change on the user fees.
Correct.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay,
I'll-
further discussion.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right, John, you just made the motion, it's okay.
No. I will, I thought you were gonna call for a vote. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was. All those in favor, John,
John, I.
Sue,
Do I?
Jeff, I. Good, we can start that.
Okay. That turned into be a big project.
Yep. Okay, town meeting date.
I just asked Hannah to keep this on there because I think, I don't know if we have any new information, but I just don't want this to slip away from us.
I haven't heard back from them. I've contacted the town, the school twice. And I don't have a date yet.
I read in Village Soup that the school budget is gonna be June 10th, according to the town of Rockland, which is what we assumed.
Yes, that was the date we had assumed.
Is that their meeting or their election?
The election, the school budget election,
Okay.
because Rockland is voting on something else that day. I don't remember what.
Oh, all right. Okay, that makes sense then. So we're talking about having our election on June 10th and then the town meeting on June 17th? The open town meeting.
Correct.
Okay. So are we to the point where we can give Hannah guidance that so she can count backwards for making papers available and submission dates for the papers and
Yeah, I think so.
okay, we probably ought to vote on it though. So I'll make a motion that our bifurcated town meeting commence on June 10th.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, John,
John, I.
Sue,
Do I?
Jeff, I.
So Hannah, do you need anything else at this point from us to make papers available and
I don't think so. I think I just need to, I needed the date.
We have
okay,
both the select board and
school committee?
school board.
I
position.
believe. And certainly Brad believes.
Okay,
I talked to him and he believes he's up and I thought he was up too, but we probably should triple check that.
I looked at our book from last year, and his term ends now.
okay. Terry confirms,
Okay. Well, certainly he thinks that.
and then Sue is the other one.
Sue seat, yep.
So you're gonna take your papers out, right?
Shame you in public.
I like you nodding your head, okay. Well, we just need to know. Why in your minds need to know?
Did I nod my head?
Hey, yes, you did.
We have it on tape.
All right, moving on quickly, after we got a head nod. New business, acknowledge Comstar's 5% rate increase.
I just have one question. We moved from the previous billing agency to Comstar several years ago now, and at first everybody was thrilled at the difference, the improvements. Are we still very, very, very happy with that?
Yeah, I don't see.
Haven't heard anything?
The only thing I get back really is sometimes they don't get a bill from them, like, so when I send something out, they call me and they're like, well, I didn't get anything from Comstar, and they think it's like we send them out, and I was like, no, we go through an agency and I have to explain it. And then they get upset, but I mean, that's the only, I think, downside that we have.
So who gets upset?
The people,
Customers.
The customers? And why? I don't get it. Why do they get upset?
well, when I send mine out, like my letters saying that they owe money,
Yeah,
they'll say, well, I never got a bill from Comstar saying I owe anything. So they just get
Really?
upset by that. And it's
So you're
only a
set-
couple people.
So you're sending it like saying this is past due
Right.
Yeah.
and they never got the
They have-
bill?
Yeah, because Comstar will say like, no response from this person. And I'll start my letters and then they'll say, well, I never heard from these people. So that's kind of when they know about it is when I send my stuff.
so we don't know that they didn't hear about it. They're alleging they didn't, I
Right.
take it. Yeah. Have you spoken to Comstar about that? I mean, I thought they were very efficient and,
No, but I know there's like some people that even I can't get a hold of. I don't know if it's just like wrong address or just what they have on their billing is not correct.
Right, but if someone says, I didn't get a bill, can we call Comstar and say,
Oh, yep.
you know,
Yep,
can
and
you
I
send me a
usually give
copy of the
them-
bill, or when did you send the bill, so that you would know you could call back the customer and say the bill was sent to this address at this date?
Yeah, most of the time I give them Comstar's phone number so they can call them, but sometimes they ask me to and I have them send another bill out and I don't hear anything back after that.
so does this happen a lot or just
No,
infrequent?
no, it's pretty here and there, but that's all the bad things I have about it.
Yeah, okay. So are we talking like a couple times a month or,
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty rare.
okay, so it's not like a flood of,
No, it's not everybody,
Okay.
no.
And the effective date for the change, I assume it's effective now. First, yeah. Okay, I don't think we need to vote on it, do we? We're just accepting it.
Yeah. Put it into the budget.
Yep. Okay. Second quarter revenues and expenses.
I guess I just would look to Hannah to see if she sees anything. Any landmines? Or issues?
I don't think there's any.
mean,
I'm not too good at looking at it and seeing if there's anything wrong with it, but.
Yeah, I threw it into my spreadsheet and it looks like only ambulance is spending quite a bit more than you would expect. And town roads. But on the roads, I don't know how much of that's been. That there was money from previous years, so I
Yeah.
can't tell
Yeah.
from looking at it.
There was, because I think we actually have quite a bit of money left. I thought you were gonna say the stump, no.
Um.
I
see,
think
did stop.
I think that's under some pressure. I know it is.
Yeah, yeah, but it's not as much as I thought. I mean. We budgeted 138,000 for the dump, and if we spend the same amount we did over the last 6 months, we're only at 148, so it's only like $10,000, only $10,000, but.
Hmm. Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's definitely on the road to overspending.
Yeah,
Um,
on the positive side though, our revenues are coming in like gangbusters, I mean. If we keep it up, we'll end up with, almost 100,000.
yeah, for example,
rev-
like the big ones, like automobile excise, we collected, um, through half the year, 231,000. And we budgeted 380, so we only have 150 left to go to break even.
Yeah.
And the revenue sharing, I never can follow that, but that doesn't come in linear. So you really
Yeah.
got to kind of look at that, kind of compare last year to this year, but I haven't done that.
Yeah, I just did it as a linear, but you're right, it doesn't come in linear.
No, not at all.
But still, we're ahead of where we were last year. Or I guess
What
ahead
was
of
that?
where I thought we would be this year.
What was that? I couldn't hear that.
Yeah, I mean, we only anticipated a little over 200,000 and we've already brought in 145, so.
And the ambulance billing looks, although they're overspending, the collections look strong. I mean, we budgeted 120, we brought in 80, almost 90 through.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be about 50,000 over. It keeps going this way. And they're only about less than 30,000 over on expenses, so that's almost gonna be a wash.
Yeah, so I didn't really, on the revenue side, I didn't see anything that was,
No,
I can't remember what we budgeted for overlay, but there's been quite a few abatements which is kind of a negative revenue, so.
yeah, we did, well, 22,000, I think as I recall, it was somewhere around 40,000 in the overlay. It was a little more than what I was anticipating to put in, but.
Flashlight.
So, and we've got 14 extra in supplemental tax, so, I don't think we're doing bad in that category either. So I was happy with the financial reports.
There's something else on the expense side that caught my eye. And maybe it was just a question that I need to take up with Hannah. But I can't, I thought I checked it off, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I had something on it too. It had to do with reserves. I don't remember what it was right now, something. Looked like we were double counting something in the reserves, but I don't remember what it was right now.
But all in all, I think it looks pretty solid,
Yeah,
both expense side and revenue side. So,
yeah, I think we'll end another year with adding more to the undesignated surplus. So. Monthly reports, skipping over the executive session, but monthly reports, CEO and town administrator.
so I do have a question. This is the first meeting of the month, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
And wouldn't we typically have all the reports in?
yep,
Yep.
he didn't get it to me,
Huh?
David didn't get it to me till, yesterday.
And what about like EMA and,
I'm not sure about EMA, I don't know if we should start writing monthly reports. Has he just started?
yeah,
Probably need to talk to him about.
he may not even need to know, he may not even know he needs to do one.
Right.
I talked to him a little bit about what he has to do, but I, again, don't know too much about what he truly has to do.
My advice to him is to check with with the county EMA office.
Yeah, but I think that's what he's already done.
Yeah, they could get him some training.
Yeah, but she wouldn't know about internal stuff. I mean,
Right, right. So on the CEO report, I think it's probably a good time to talk about the Maine coast.
So Kristen has a stipulated judgment in order that she is sending in to her judge to sign. It has been signed by her and Jim Strong. I think it's a nephew. She tracked down, or Jim tracked down, who has agreed to sign it. They have 120 days from the day it's signed by the judge to clean up. It can be extended, which with all this snow probably will have to extend it. And he has 30 days to send us a check for $6,000 for our legal fees.
Dynamite. I think that was lawyer money well spent.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
But did you have anything else you wanted to highlight as the CEO?
No. Maybe later.
Yeah,
That's a
And
good
thank you,
recipe.
Terry. I know you put a lot of work into that.
Well, it's worth it. It's looking good.
Great notes too.
Thank you.
so make sure we got our next meeting scheduled before we go into executive session. So we're meeting next Tuesday at 4, the 18th. And on the 20th at 4 for budget.
Can I ask who's coming in on the 18th?
I have David. Oh, I don't have the list. Probably.
So the 18th is when we're doing,
I can send that to you right after the meeting.
so fire and EMS are on the 18th.
They're definitely on the yes.
Okay. Then our next meeting would normally be March 11th.
That's my birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. We'll have cake for you.
Well,
So you're
actually,
gonna
I
be
have,
doing something?
yeah, I got every year, my two brothers and their wives, and we all get together down here and go out. So I don't want to commit to that night.
Do you want to do it on a different night that week?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they haven't told me they're doing anything, but I assume they are, so.
The 10th or the 12th, Monday or Wednesday?
Hang on just a minute. I think the 10th works good for me. I think the 12th is a conflict of something. I remember looking at that. Sorry. This phone doesn't want to corrupt.
Would the 12th be a conflict with the Conservation Commission?
It's the second Wednesday, so probably, yeah.
What about the fire department on Monday, though? Yeah, I can't. There's a lot of background noise here. I don't know what that is, but
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
someone-
hear it too.
yeah, fire department's out there.
oh, okay.
We've got our door open.
I can do the 10th, but that conflicts with the fire department. Although sometimes they don't use the room. I don't know. Or I can move it to the 18th or the 4th. Well, no, the 4th isn't great.
Fourth
Oh,
staff.
no. Yeah, the 4th does work. So, or the 18th.
you want
I'm
me to
okay
ask
with
Dave?
either
You want me to
one.
ask David if the tenth would be fine?
Yeah, yeah, that would be, thanks.
What we're trying to work on in part, moving, and having comfort. On the order to go to the account for the Monday, but we don't have the room. Yeah, David said the tenth is fine for us to have a room.
Okay.
You to have a room, sorry.
That's all right. So the 10th,
Okay. At 6?
at 6, yeah.
So Hannah, you'll get that on the website, because that's a change, not a Tuesday, so.
You want to do one on the 25th as well?
That's, yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay.
Good.
Yep,
Do executive session, John. I think that's all we got.
did we get all the adjustments?
Yep.
Did we have to do anything with the other person that David is bringing back?
Oh,
I don't know if you, because last time you kind of just
yeah,
said they're
not,
already hired.
not really. We probably ought to just put in the minutes that he's rehiring.
Okay.
Just in the same place we did the appointments, just as a note.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought about that last time. I'm not sure if someone in those types of positions, if someone just sort of fades into the sunset, when do they terminate? We don't really terminate them if they're inactive for so many days. Do they terminate automatically, or or do they stay on for the next 50 years but don't show?
I think
I'm
as
not
long as
sure.
we still have paperwork on them, they're still good.
Well, I'm not sure we've ever addressed that, and
No, I don't think we have either. So John, you want to make a motion to go into executive session?
yeah, sure. I'll make a motion that we enter executive session pursuant to Title I MRSA Section 4056A. And I would like to include Hannah and Terry Baines.
I'll second that.
Further discussion? All those in favor, John,
John, I.
Sue,
Do I?
Jeff, I. And the door is closed and we'll shut off the